Hey, I want to take just one more second with you before we dive into what we're going to do to just share with you a couple of things. One, this week I was just going about my business as like y'all were. I just had a real sense, and I really mean this. I just want to tell y'all that, we've been doing this for 14 years here. And some of y'all haven't been with us that entire 14 years, about 100 or so, 200 of you have. And I just want to let you know, and I really mean this, it is such a privilege to get to follow Christ with you and to serve you. I still don't think of myself as a pastor. You need to understand that. I think of myself as just a co-laborer in the gospel with you. I love the privilege that I have in using my gifts, I hope, in a way that edify you. But I just want to really let you guys know something. There's a lot of places that you can decide that you want to pursue Jesus. And it is humbling that God would let me be a part of that journey for you. And I want to tell you, I want to thank you for that. Thank you for letting my imperfection on the way be a part of your imperfection on the way. And for Christ in you being a part of what is going to produce more of Christ in me. And I see you as co-laborers, those of you that are here and know Christ. Folks are just showing up this morning. Listen, I'm not some guy that's made up some high holy hill who's dipping down into the grace in my life to maybe help you in a condescending way. I want you to know that, and I'll talk about it, I am redeemed and I am being redeemed every single day. And this is my family. And I just want to tell my family I love them and I'm thankful for them. And that's why I gave the message I did last week. I'm inviting you to really be a part of this family. And those of you guys that want to check us out, that's awesome. But we really want to love one another. I want to thank you, family, for the way you love me. Secondly, and related to this, a lot of you have asked just about me personally, and it was about a year ago right now that we found out that I had cancer. And I want to let you know, this week for me, it was a time for another MRI and checkup and all that different stuff. And I got about as good a report as I could have, and I'm grateful for that. I'm fine with whatever the Lord wants to do. But So just to let you know, keep praying as God brings you to mind. But I still got all 10 toes. I got the foot in my right leg. It hasn't migrated to my chest, which is where they want to go to. And we're hopeful that it won't. But just so many of you ask, I thought I'd share that here, as well as on Click and Pray, which is a great place to know what's going on with our body all the time. And just coincidentally, even as I, have a pretty good year, two of my close friends that are part of this body this week heard they've got cancer. And I think of a much worse kind than mine. And so I know, and one of the reasons I'm talking about me a lot in terms of my health and things like that here, is just because I know of all the stuff that you guys are facing all the time, and that's why we need each other. What is so great about my life, about these two individuals' lives, is that they are completely surrounded by believers who can remind them of things that are true, comfort them, care for them. And they're not looking for a family when crisis hits. They're part of one. And so I want to invite you in, okay? That connecting point is today. We have staff that's trying to help you connect. That's why group link. That's why we're only going to connect you in a group if you're a believer. We're going to love on you if you're not. But that's what group link is for. It's for the members to become part of the family, okay? And then lastly, I just want to share this as we get ready to dive in. I don't like Right to Life Sunday. I'm not a fan of it. Because I don't think we need one day to talk about things that really matter. Easter's fine, but if all we do is talk about the resurrection on Easter, we got a real problem. If all we do is care about life today, we've got a real problem. I want to let you know, it's my prayer that my generation will be the generation that finally stops the insanity of abortion in this country. And sometime this year, I'm going to do a series, and I'm going to call the series Platform. And I'm going to tell you what a biblical view of immigration is, a biblical view of the economy is, a biblical view of abortion, of marriage, of the whole same-sex issue that's going on. And I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to beg you never to vote for somebody that isn't a part of that biblical platform. Ever. All right? And if you're not a believer, vote for whoever you want. But if you say Jesus is my Lord and King, you ought to probably follow that party line. Not the party, as they say, of the elephant or the party of the donkey, but the party of the lamb. And if you follow him, serve him. Serve him. So all that to be said, if you're here this morning and abortion's part of your story, We are not better than you, and we love you, and God's not mad at you. He loves you and he cares for you. And really what I'm about to dive in today is just so appropriate for you. If you're a guy that's a part of Abortion Story, we're not mad at you. We just want to help you. We want you to experience forgiveness. We want you to see your need. We've got a ministry called Someone Cares, ladies, for you. And all you got to do is just take that little perforated section and write this Somebody Care. And you just put your email address down there, and I'll have gals that have been through that same story as you call you and love you. Same thing with the men. Hey, I'm a forgotten father. Here's my contact information. Let us call you. We don't just care about the fact that abortion stops. We care about life. If you're here, you know anybody in crisis pregnancy, they don't want their child to grow up in an unhealthy environment, we will take every kid you want to give us. We'll help you through the pregnancy. We'll pay for your expenses, and we'll take your child. And we'll love them if you can. All right? So I'm just telling you, we're not mad at anybody. We're caring on both sides. And that's why we have this thing on Tuesday that Jeff mentioned called Tapestry. It's a place just to weave in children that don't have homes. And so if you have any heart for that, there will be people that are living through those things that are there to speak with you and talk with you about international adoption, about adoption because of infertility, about adoption after you have biological children, about foster care. And that starts this Tuesday, along with 100 other things that are in your Watermark news, okay? So it is a privilege to be together. It's a privilege to live in a generation like this where we can stand up against some of the things that are going on that I think generations ahead will look back at us in the same way we look back at fools that were involved with slavery and racism. And go, what were those people thinking? And I'm going to tell you what they were thinking. They were thinking it's our chance to stop it and lovingly speak out and bring healing to those who are a part of it.